Welcome to another video for Modbus TCP-Client. This video is particularly applicable to both Modbus TCP-Client and also to Modbus RTU-Master. It's to demonstrate the latest feature from version 1.2 onwards, which is the ability to see the Modbus transactions at a bit level. For this purpose, we have got a new toolbar button here, or also under View, we've got the data log option here. So once we click on that, we get another window which is giving us a data log. We can see a number of different buttons here. We've got a trash can. We have got a timestamp on off. We've got the recording stop, recording start, and recording pause. So let's just see what functionality we get with this feature. To go and retrieve, let's just do a single read-write operation. And we can now see that read-write operation appears in here. We can switch the timestamp on and off, so we can see the exact time at which the transmit occurred and the receive occurred. We've also got the ability to learn a little bit more about what that Modbus string actually means. And now when we click on here, it'll tell us that this particular one is a request which was sent out, the transaction ID, protocol ID, the length, the unit ID, the function, read holding registers, the starting address, and the register quantity. And we can see that lines up when we have a look here. That lines up with exactly what we are requesting. Function 3, unit 1, address 1, quantity 2. So we can then interpret the result as well. This is what we've received back from the Modbus device that's in the field. We've received that information back. It says that's a response which was received, and it also gives us the register values in hexadecimal that we've received from it. And that hexadecimal, of course, translates into the 11 and the 22 that we're seeing here. So that's the ability to interpret that. It's particularly handy if you want to do some Modbus fault finding, or you don't know what response is coming back and what you should expect. Now let's have a quick look and see what happens. We'll just change that around to make it 2 seconds, and we'll do a start and we'll let it log. So as we can see, every time there's a request made and a response, we can see that information pop up in the log window. We can see the time when that occurs, and that's of course exactly every 2 seconds. Now let's say we pick up a little fault or something. We've actually got the ability to freeze the output, which we do with this button here. So the output is now frozen, there's nothing else coming onto the screen, and that gives us the ability to go and investigate what's going on and investigate the individual bits. While it's in pause, it's actually still recording in the background. And here's the delete button. Let's just clear what's in the window, and let's unpause it. And you can see there was quite a number that actually popped up. So if we pause it again, and we just leave it paused for a few transmissions, when we unpause it, we can see that all those missed transmissions actually appear in the window, which is a little bit different to the stop. When we hit the stop button here, it stops recording altogether, and there's no longer any records put into the buffer. And therefore, when we resume by pressing the start recording button, there's nothing that comes in. So everything that's happened now, there's only the next transaction. So everything that's happened now while we were in stop was lost. So these are the options that you have: pause or freeze, and stop and start again. At any point in time, you can press that button and that clears the window, so you can see what's going on. And of course, at any time, you can switch that timestamp on and off. The timestamp is always recorded. The button here just switches it on and off, whether it's visible or not. So that's the overview of our data log window. If we're no longer interested in seeing that data log window, we can just close the window here if we want, and we can re-enable the window by clicking on that button, or we can click that button to turn it off again. All right, that's the overview of data logging. I hope you get some good use out of that. And just remember, it is equally applicable to the Modbus RTU-Master as it is for TCP-Client. So both of those have the same functionality as what's been demonstrated here. Thank you very much for watching.